Okay, on a scale from 1 to 10, you can't use 7. What would you rank your looks? Fresh face out of the shower, your natural hair.
A 10.
Your face?
Yes. A 10. I'm always going to give myself a 10. I'm not going to ever give myself.
All right, so there we go, right there, people. That's all you need. Like, you see all the hearts people losing. See, you can cap all you want to, but you're not an international supermodel. You're not an international, and I'm just trying to ask you. See, up until this point, I feel like you've been pretty reasonable. But now, if you want to do that, I think we should probably end it because I don't play those games. I'm doing something for a good reason, and I'm trying to be helpful. But man, you and Rihanna walk into the room, don't nobody confuse you. You're not a 10. You're not a 10.
Rihanna.
You're not a 10. You're not a 10. But that's the point. But that's a 10. You're not a 10.
Okay. Rihanna's beautiful though, but
granted, but on a scale from 1 to 10, you can't use 7. What do you rank your face?
Okay, I'll give it 8. I'll give it 8 then.
You put yourself up there with Beyonce.
Y'all is so quick to call me a fat bitch, but y'all not ready for me to lose weight. Y'all not ready. The day I decide to lose weight, it's all over. It's all over. You actually have to hide everyone's son. I'm already a fine babe. Look at me. Exactly. I'm beautiful. Take this as a goodwill. I've said this before. I'm doing you guys a favor. I'm doing you a favor. But the day I decide to hit that gym, to hit that treadmill, you cannot apologize to me because y'all have pissed me off. January is not over. I might decide to do new year, new me. Don't be surprised by the end of the year if I'm looking like, yeah, I already look like, but like I can look like, you know what I mean? You better count your days. Count your days because they are numbered. They are numbered.
Hey, my name's Maddie. I'm 28 and I live in Sydney, Australia. Perks of dating me is sometimes I'm funny, my love language is acts of service, and after dating me, you'll meet the love of your life. So, hit me up.
I know it's a lot, the hair, the bod, when you're staring at...
This is for fat babes only. If you are partnered with a person who is convinced...
For you, Paige, girl, wow. So I guess I do what society considers dating up or dating out of my league. I don't believe in that. And not only have I gotten stares, I've gotten women... No wonder you're alone at Target at 8 p.m. on a Saturday night getting a mini frozen pizza and a little bottle of Prosecco because you are choosing to be a piece of shit. Like, you're mad and lonely. I'm flourishing and happy. Like...
Okay, this is for fat babes only. If you are partnered with a person who is...
I've been with my husband since 2003. This year we will have been married for 9 years. My youngest sister is tall, thin. She used to be a dancer. My aunt, upon looking at a picture of my husband, then fiance, and my sister standing next to each other at my engagement party, mind you, says to me, If they were together, wouldn't they just be one of those perfect couples that made you sick? God, they look so good together. For other reasons, I no longer speak to this person. But go fuck yourself, you goddamn fucking cunt. Are you serious? Take your internalized fat phobia out somewhere else, bitch.
If you're partnered with a person who is conventionally attractive /
Oh, this one was created for me specifically. Hi, hello. So my baby is quite tall. He's 6'6". And he's quite buff. I don't know how much he weighs. I don't care. I just know that he thick like cold grits. Love that for me. However, I notice when we're out and women see us together, they give me the dirtiest looks, just the trying to look me up and down like I don't deserve this fine ass thick man. And I'm just like, baby. One, don't you ever act like I don't show up every day fat and fine, because look at the material. Don't play me. Don't do me. And then second, they think he's going to disrespect me by engaging them in conversation while they're flirting. And it's just like, honey, baby, schnookums, left bug. I show up every day like I did on our first date. Fupa on fleek, ass on flat, and I still bag that man. You could never.
only. If you're partnered with a person who is conventionally attractive.
Story time. So back when I was in college, I had this friend that I would talk to in class, you know, that kind of friend. And I was telling her about this dude that I was hooking up with. And I fucked up and showed her his Instagram. And she was like, damn, bitch, he's cute. And I was like, thank you, bitch, I know. And y'all, this boy was fine. Like, fine. Tell me why a week after that, I meet up with this boy and he was like, hey, you follow this girl? And pulls up a full DM conversation between him and her of her trying to fuck his ass and get with his ass behind my fucking back. Now, don't get me wrong. He's free to fuck whoever he wants. But for me personally, if you're my friend and you're telling me that you hooking up with somebody, it doesn't even cross my mind to go and try and DM that person so that I can fuck him. That's not a thought in my head. Even the dude I was fucking got that. And he was like, you should probably stop being friends with that girl. Because if she's cool to fuck me and we're not even together, she'd probably be cool to fuck somebody that you're actually with.
Only. If you're partnered with a person who is conventionally attractive.
Okay, so this is 100% for me. This is me. This is my husband this past Christmas. He's a gorgeous man, is he not? So a couple of years ago, we were in the neighborhood with this woman who had some things in common with my husband. They're both former Marines, etc. And we all had kids around the same age, so our kids became friends with her kids, and we, by default, became friends as well. And so one night we were outside, we were drinking, it was the summertime, it was a good night, and she started to talk about how she just loved how my husband was with our kids and how manly he was and blah, blah, blah. And then she was all like, when we first met, I really felt like I could take him from you. She was so confident. She was so confident that she could do it, when in reality, she could absolutely never.
Okay, this is for fat babes only. If you're partnered with a person who is.
Okay, this one's for me. I had a really good friend. We were friends all through high school. She came down to visit me. We went to try on bathing suits, which is like key to this story. So we go home. I'm like feeling myself because I finally found a bathing suit that fits my body awesome. We pull up in front of my house and I'm like grabbing my wallet, keys, don't think anything of it. And she looks at me and she says, doesn't it bother you that you're so much bigger than your husband? My husband's a smoke show and he's obsessed with my body and me. We are no longer friends anymore. I think the worst part of this whole thing was that she didn't even know that she hurt me. I was supposed to be in her wedding. I could not believe, after watching me try on a bathing suit and approving, that she would have the nerve to say something like that to me. So, bye bitch.
Okay, this is for fat babes only. If you're partnered with a person who is.
Oh man. My spouse is very conventionally attractive, and they're also a professional tattoo artist, so they're like really heavily tattooed and they look really cool, and they look much more visibly queer than I do as like a fat femme woman. And we have this super fun thing that happens where other queers will just like come up to them and start hitting on them, like right in front of me, like flirting with them and fawning over them, and I just kind of have to like stand there and take it. And it's happened like several times. I'll just be completely ignored, like not even a hi, how are ya? I'm just like part of the wall. And my spouse is like really awkward, so they don't always fully understand what's happening. And as I'm talking about this, I'm like, you know what? This hasn't happened in a while. Maybe it's not a thing anymore, but we've just been in quarantine. We haven't been anywhere.
Okay, this is for fat babes only.
Since we're on the subject of thick chicks, I was talking to this girl a while back, and I called her up to take her out. And by take her out, you know what the fuck I mean. She proceeded to tell me that I wouldn't find her attractive anymore, that she's put on some weight and she's got rolls now. Sweetheart, I go to Texas Roadhouse just for the rolls. I told her to climb her Thunder Muffin ass up into the truck. It's endless pasta night at the Olive Garden. Yeah, it ended up not working out. She started going to the gym to lose the weight and met some guy. Now they're eating tofu happily ever after, and I still got my pizza, beer, and tacos. So who really came out better?
Okay, this is for fat babes only. If you are partnered with a person who is conventionally attractive / thin, have you ever gotten that look from a thin woman when they meet your partner?
All right, we gotta talk about this, okay? Because the way that I feel this video in my bones, okay? I have been with my husband a very long time, over a decade, okay? He has always been more conventionally attractive than me. And as time goes on, he only gets more and more attractive. My husband's hot, okay? He is hot. And I have never felt inferior or anything. I have always felt like we were made for each other. But I know, and I know it because I see the looks people give me when I show them my husband. If I meet somebody for the first time and I go, oh yeah, this is my husband, I either meet him in person or I show them a picture, the look on their face of, oh my God, that's your husband? Yes, that's my husband. He's hot, okay? And he's with me. He's with this, all of this, all right? He loves all of this. Or the second look that I get is